Hi everyone, my name is Mary Beth. Welcome to my channel. So today is Saturday. We're going to do a reading on how to empower yourself as a divine feminine and other uplifting messages. And so this is just for anyone who wants to empower. It doesn't even have to be just for women. It could be for men too. Just empowering your own divine feminine side of you. And, I think the divine feminine has been suppressed for many, many, many years. And so we're all learning how to empower our own divine feminine. And then for those of us on the twin flame journey, sometimes it could be a very hard, but kind of suffering type of journey where you're just kind of confused and you're just kind of feeling like maybe, kind of tired, fatigued, and feeling like almost like beaten down and and so sometimes there's a little bit of suffering involved on the twin flame journey. And so I started to doing this video for the divine feminine, and so I do hope this helps you. Let me go ahead and turn the screen around and let's get started. Okay, so the first card we got is Inanna, and it says, the Queen of Heaven and Earth. I have nothing to hide. I see and accept all that I am. And so she's all about her shadow side. So she's all about integrating her shadow side with her divine side. So everyone, we all value our divine, side of us where, we're all in our like high vibrations and we are all like doing everything we're supposed to do. But people don't really value their shadow side, all their shadows, they're kind of like hidden and they don't want to face them and we don't want to talk about it and it's not very valued. And so she's teaching us to value our shadow side because that is where we get most of our learning. And that is a part of us that we cannot deny. That's part of our experience here. That's part of our culture. That's part of who we are. And to embrace your shadow side. And so she says, I have nothing to hide. I see and accept all that I am. And she is integrating and she is thanking her shadow side, because again, it is in your shadow side where you do the most learning. It's where you can help others, also on that path. And so, yeah, so she's all about, yes, you have to, go, you first of all, you have to face your shadow side. You can't, push it down and ignore it. You have to embrace it, be one with it and transmute it and, uplift yourself through your shadow side. Okay. So that's what she's teaching us to do. Okay, the next card we got is details, details. So this shows a picture of like kind of like a contract and signing on the dotted line and saying, oh, be careful of the details before you sign. So I think what this is saying is metaphorically, we signed up for this, right? We signed up for this journey on the twin flame journey. There was so much that as a soul, we signed up to do this, okay? And so as we went along, as here in the physical, we kind of forgot what it was we signed up to do. And so they're asking to pay attention to the details because they're always giving us signs and synchronicities. And they're asking you to pay attention to that. So let's just say, there's like, songs on the radio, or maybe there's some kind of bird that flies by, or, some kind of, number on the clock. And they're asking you to pay attention to these details and not skip over them because they're always trying to tell us we signed up to do something very particular. And they're asking not to skip the details and to keep going. Okay. And, and it's okay if you missed some things on the way, but they're asking you to keep paying attention to the details and asking you to keep going. And the divine is constantly giving you signs and synchronicities. And when we're kind of up in our heads and we're kind of like, confused and, and not really like being in our ego minds and not really being in our intuition, we kind of miss out on some of these details that we signed up to do on this twin flame journey. Okay, the next card we got is Live Like a Goddess. It says incorporate movement in your everyday life, such as yoga, cardio, walking, swimming, playing a sport, learning some dance moves, tai chi, lift weights to improve your health. Yes, so to empower yourself as a divine feminine, incorporating movement in your everyday life, that will definitely empower you. It'll also help you, in your bliss, just your emotional state and your physical state and your vibration. It's so much fun to try new things. There's so many things on YouTube now, so many, I don't even know, like types of yoga and types of exercise and types of sports and types of tai chi. and it's really fun. And then you really improve your health, and stuff like yoga, I should say stuff, like movements like yoga, it really helps you to connect to the divine. It's almost like, I mean, I don't really know. I haven't really studied yoga, but it really is kind of like movements that really connect you to the divine with the body. And so it's very empowering for the divine feminine. Okay, the next card we got is the moon. So your affirmation for the week is, I listen to my divine feminine wisdom. Yes. And again, this could be for men too, right? Because men also have the divine, everybody has a divine feminine side and a divine masculine side, and we're all incorporating that. So it says the moon is the causal chakra of the universe and radiates divine feminine energies. Call on it to cleanse your aura and energize you. Remember, the influence of this celestial body is always there, whether you can see it or not. When you are offered this card, you are called on to practice your feminine qualities of love, wisdom, compassion, intuition, inclusiveness, discernment, and oneness. Your guidance to go within and seek answers from your huge font of wisdom. The moon will bring you clarity so that you can flow with the current of ascension. Yes, listen to your divine feminine wisdom. Everybody should. Everybody has divine feminine wisdom, and so because our divine feminine has been suppressed for so many centuries, this is something that we're being asked to do now. Okay, we are asked to you know, practice our divine qualities of love, wisdom, compassion, and intuition, inclusiveness, and oneness. That is our divine feminine side. Our divine masculine is more about the action, about the manifestation. There's a lot of qualities to the divine masculine, but that's what's been valued and not this part. So the compassion, the intuition, the oneness, that has not been valued. And so they're calling upon us to listen to our divine feminine wisdom. All right, the next card we got is 5 ways to deprogram. 5 ways to deprogram ourselves. So number 1, always know I am one with everyone and everything. Know that I am already complete. Number 2, it's a matrix. It's an illusion that's responding to my vibration. It's safe to be at peace. Number 3, when I love myself, I treat myself with respect. Then I'm doing the same for others, emotionally connecting to myself. Number 4, balancing out my own divine feminine and my own divine masculine energies. Number 5, transmuting negative energies into positive energies. So those are 5 ways to deprogram yourself. Okay. And that kind of goes hand in hand. What this was saying, it's saying like, pay attention to the details. So there are lots of things you signed up to do. And so sometimes we kind of miss what our contract was. We signed a soul contract before we came down here. And being on the twin flame journey, it was a lot more than just meeting, boy meets girl. There's a lot more to it. There's a contract that we signed to help the world, as this is a worldly cause to bring peace and unconditional love to the planet. And so they're asking us to pay attention to the details that we signed off on. Okay, the next card we got is the Lover. And so this says, you are surrounded by possibilities for pleasure. Enjoy the moment with all you find attractive. Love's gentle power you'll attract with graceful manners, charm, and tact. You'll find true love by working less and smiling more to look your best. Enjoy yourself and celebrate. The one you're with may be your mate. Yes, so it's asking you, so the divine is asking you to surround yourself with pleasure. Okay, it doesn't have to be a mate, right? You could do this just by yourself, by finding be your own true love. Smile more, enjoy yourself and celebrate. Surround yourself with beauty. Enjoy yourself with pleasurable things. Anything that brings you pleasure, enjoy yourself with that. And then again, that might have to do with, we just talked about movement. Maybe this brings you pleasure, certain things that just surround yourself with pleasurable things, and it'll bring, true love into your own life. And that will also manifest in the physical with your mate, is what I'm getting. Okay. The next card you got is integrity. It says, align your actions so that they match your values and inner knowingness of what's right for you. Right. And so basically what you want to do is you want to, absolutely, have integrity. Don't listen to what society says. Society's telling you to act a certain way, to be a certain way, to let people cross your boundaries. And they're saying, no, align your actions so they match your values. Okay, in your intuition, you know what's right for you. And it's funny because the next card you got is respect yourself. And so it says respect yourself. You're the best judge of what's right. So this is all about self-respect. So this tells me maybe some of you needed to hear this, or maybe some of you have people that may cross your boundaries, or maybe some of you care too much about what society thinks and you weren't really willing to accept your shadow side. Maybe you thought of yourself as maybe not good enough or maybe unworthy, and you really weren't embracing your shadow side. And they're saying to yes, do that, and then yes, respect yourself. You are the best judge of what's right, and to have integrity. You know how to align your own actions with your own values. You have that inner knowingness. Okay, don't seek that outside of you. Don't go outside of yourself. Okay, you have the answers, you and the divine. Okay, the next card you have is crown chakra, consciousness of one. And so this is about activating and cleansing your crown chakra as well. You could go on YouTube and there's some Hertz music that help activates this crown chakra. It's about maybe meditation, feeling into the we are one consciousness, such as you are one with Gaia, one with humanity, one with your shadow side, one with, could be the animal kingdom, insect kingdom, just feeling one with everything. And that empowers you as the divine feminine. I also have chakra cleansing down below. If you look at my description box, I also work on the crown chakra, which is ASMR, if you're interested. And that will also help you with your crown chakra. All right, the next card you got. In any moment, I can surrender to the powerful presence of love through prayer, contemplation, and stillness. Yep. So you're always surrounded by the presence of love no matter where you go. It's kind of like what they said, right? It's just like knowing you're surrounded by love, knowing you're surrounded by pleasure and beauty, and it's like already around you. It's like this powerful presence of love is always around you. It's in stillness, it's in prayer, it's in contemplation. It's knowing it's always there for you. This powerful presence of love. All right, the next card you got is stay optimistic. It says your dreams are coming true. Don't quit before the miracle occurs. So for some of you who are thinking of quitting, for some of you who are thinking of getting off this twin flame journey, please just remember the details that you signed up for. There's stuff in your contract that you said, I'm supposed to do this, 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 and this before getting into twin flame union. And so just make sure you are following your own contract that you and your soul put together, okay? There are details that you decided that you wanted to be the best versions of yourself, okay? You wanted to be the ultimate goddess, the ultimate divine feminine. You wanted to be the divine feminine. That's why we're called divine feminine, divine masculines, because we are the divine. But living truly as the divine takes work. And so remember that we signed up, and we signed very particular details of how we were going to do that. Everyone's twin flame journey is different. And they're saying, stay optimistic, keep working on it, and don't give up right before the miracle occurs. Okay, the next card you got is feel the ground. It says, just like the breath, our connection to the earth is always available to us. By simply paying attention to the feeling of our feet, we can literally ground ourselves at any time. Practice this in different circumstances and in different places so that when you're facing difficult moments in the future, you have an always accessible tool to bring yourself back to the present moment. Yeah, so I even do this during the day. Like I'll literally, and I work from home, so as everyone does at this time. So like I'll literally ground myself after being on the computer. I'll put my feet in the dirt in my backyard during the day. It feels so good. And it's just like practice little moments like that for yourself, grounding yourself. There's many ways to ground yourself though. Some people just say drinking water grounds yourself, picturing, your roots going into the ground from your feet, you know, just paying attention to the feeling of your feet, we can ground ourselves. Okay. And when you're in a difficult moment, that isn't always an accessible tool for you. Okay. The next card you got is surrender comparisons with other people. So it says, keep your eyes trained on yourself, focus on your own strengths, attractiveness, and power. Right. So when we compare ourselves to other people, which I know a lot of people do on any kind of given reason, whether it be Like if you're a YouTuber, you compare yourself to other YouTubers. If you're like a beauty queen, you compare yourself to other beauty queens. If you're a baseball player, you compare yourself to other baseball players, and on we go. And so they're asking you to keep your eyes on yourself and focus on your own strengths. And that is what's going to empower you as the divine feminine. Okay, the next card you got is hobbies. So there's lots of hobbies out there. And so again, when if you go on Netflix, well, I guess Netflix. Anyway, there's like, where you go on maybe YouTube and different areas where you learn something new. I mean, you could go on YouTube and learn how to paint. You can learn how to do anything on YouTube, and all these different hobbies, things that you never even thought you would like, you could start trying. This is the time. This is the time to see the butterflies, see how they're blossoming, they're transforming, because these hobbies, like, so for instance, I took up tarot. I did this years ago. I mean, I didn't know I would like tarot, but one day I just decided to pick up the tarot cards, and it was a passion for me, and it really just transformed me. And so there are many hobbies like this out there for people that it really brings joy. It really, like follow your bliss, and that you may find that in some sort of hobby. Okay, the next card you got is Flaming Beauty. So this to me is about a light worker. So this is about all you beautiful light workers out there who are giving light to the earth, or just being yourselves, just being light, as you walk around in the darkness, because the 3D can be pretty dark. And of course, that's still, as we said, it's accepting your shadow side, as we saw at the very beginning, accepting your shadow side, but still being that flaming beauty and being that light worker, walking around knowing you are the light, okay? And people will feel that light, they will see that light in you, and keep being that flaming beauty that you are, okay? Just know that you have nothing to hide, and that you accept all that you are, and that you are the divine feminine. Accept that you are the divine feminine, okay? And as you follow yourself with that, I'm sorry, as you are that light, people will follow you in that light. And so the light worker could also be somebody who is transmuting, always transmuting anything negative into something positive. All right, the next card you got is Sharing. So I believe this is the same as the Queen of Wands, but I'm not sure. I don't really know what this tarot deck is, but it's definitely one of the queens. And so this is a queen who's all about sharing her prosperity, almost like the Empress. So somebody who, is like, I want to be very giving, and I'm very loving, and I don't expect anything in return. I just want to share with you. I want to share my love with you. I want to share my resources with you. And so they're saying this is what empowers the divine feminine, someone who is like this. So do you see right now how I'm just sharing my resources, everything I've ever learned? I have done so much studying and so much research, and now I'm sharing it with everyone. Okay. And so this is what this is about. It's about loving enough, a loving society enough to share your gifts, to share your love with others, share your compassion. Okay. And that is what's going to empower you as the divine feminine. All right, the next card you got is Eight of Wands. And so what this tells me is that there might be something that they want you to work on, and they're asking you to take action. So this is like kind of an action card where it's time to take that first step, It's time to move, no more delays. So if there was something that intuitively you knew that you were supposed to start working on, maybe there was a mission, maybe like a book, or just something, a project, they're asking you to take action on that, and that will also empower you as the divine feminine. Next card you got is a good night's sleep. It says, Dear Archangel Raphael, thank you for helping me relax and sleep deeply, for I know that you are guiding, healing, and protecting me while I rest. So I guess for some of you, you might have a tough time sleeping. And so they're saying that to help empower you, just feel like, see that angel wing? Just know that they're always around you. Okay, the divine never leaves you. You are never alone. There's no need to feel anxiety at night. There's no need to feel like you're alone. First of all, your twin flame never leaves you. So your twin flame's always there energetically. Your twin flame's higher self also never leaves you ever. Not since the beginning of time. Okay, that is your true twin flame. Okay, your twin flame's higher self, and they never ever leave you, just like your higher self is your twin flame's true twin flame as well. And so having a relationship with the higher self, okay? And just know that you are never alone, okay? And then you are resting and you're rejuvenating, and you need that good night's sleep to help you, because it's when you sleep that is when the light codes are downloaded. That is when you are, astrally traveling. That is when the council, I know this is so esoteric, but the council is there to talk to. I can't tell you how many times like I wake up talking to them, like, okay, you want me to do what now? They're like that's the time that they need to tell you things, and they need to work with you during your sleep, because that's when they have your undivided attention. The next card you got is Cobra. It says change is inevitable, but with it comes the chance to shed a burden. Yeah, so change, of course, is the only constant we have in this world, always changing. And they're saying, but it's also time to shed your burden. So whatever's burdening you, it's time to shed that. It's time to release any burdens, drop it, drop any burdens. First drop it and then have a higher perspective on it, okay? And if the burdens do have to do with your shadow side, which I know I keep pulling up this card, but like if it is has to do with your shadow side, then it's okay to transmute, it's okay to release, do the emotion code. I always talk about the emotion code to release those trapped emotions and shed the burden. You'll get lighter and lighter and lighter, okay? Accept it first though, accept your shadow sides first, okay? Don't like ignore them. Okay, the next card you got is integrate your own divine feminine and your own divine masculine energies. That will definitely empower you as your divine self, empower you as a divine feminine, because when you balance out your own divine feminine, your own divine masculine energies, you're just a whole new person when you're no longer in your head where you're overthinking and you're feeling more intuitively, you're focusing on yourself. You are still being very methodical and committed and focused, and you have direction in your own divine masculine side of you towards your projects, right? Towards your mission or whatever it is you're working on, maybe something in your career, having patience because the divine, you have to trust the divine, right? The divine wants to bring you the best of the best. And then also being balanced in your divine masculine side as being forward going, giving, okay? And so there's lots of qualities to both sides. And of course, as I said before, the divine feminine side wasn't very valued. So I think we're all pretty set with our divine masculine sides, to be honest with you. I think most of us are more in our divine masculine. And so we have to balance that out. Now it's time to hone in on the skills of the divine feminine side of us. Okay, this is just a question to ponder on. It says, I am creating a better life for me now by. I am creating a better life for me now by. So yeah, if you just ponder, like, how are you creating a better life for yourself? Just make a list of things to help create a better life. Like, what can you do? Have a spiritual practice. Okay, the next card you got is citrine. This is a nice, if you have, I have citrine right here. If you have a nice citrine to work with, it doesn't have to be a stone. You can, do it. You can have it on a card. That works just as well, or a picture. It says, unnecessary worries. Release the burden of worries by giving them to God for healing and solutions. Yeah, let God transmute that. Whatever worries you have, just give it to God. Let God take those worries and fix it for you. And then they'll give you an answer, a solution in some way. You may not like the solution, but trust me, they will. They will talk to you for sure. Next card you got is perfect timing. It says this is the right time for you to move forward. Yes, we were saying that before, right? We had another card where it was the Eight of Wands, I believe. Yes, the Eight of Wands. It's the right time. So whatever this is that you were thinking about doing, this is the right time for you. Okay, move forward, whatever this dream is of yours. And the last card you got is Astara. And this says, you deserve the best. Reach for the stars with dreams and desires and don't compromise. Yeah, reach for the best. Don't settle for less just because it's there. Just saying, oh, this is in reach, so let me grab at that. No, leave it. Leave it alone. Don't touch it. Don't settle. Don't settle when it comes to relationships. Don't settle when it comes to your dreams. Go for the best. Okay, they are worth waiting. Your twin flame is worth waiting for. You just want to attract them at the highest level, okay? And, that would be the fifth dimension. That would be, at a vibration of love, joy, peace, Enlightenment's pretty hard to get. Enlightenment's pretty tough up there. But anyway, like that is where you want to, attract and magnetize your twin flame. So do not settle. You deserve the best. Well, I do hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, please like, share, subscribe, hit the notification button. I'll just move this over. And if you're interested in a personal reading, please email me at twinflamealchemisttarot@gmail.com. And also, if you're interested, I'm doing I'm going to pull from a hat a bunch of names. So if you subscribe, just email me and let me know that you subscribed, and I will put your name in the hat. And then it'll be a reading just like Sundays. If you look at my Sundays reading, that's what it will look like. It'll be personalized to you. And that will be when I hit my next milestone, which I'm extremely close. And anyway, thank you so much for joining me. So join me tomorrow for my DM and DF Energy weekly update, and I'll see you then. Thanks. Bye.